Welcome back to another Mysteries of the Numbers. Today we're on number 9. Again, this is from a Vedic perspective. Everything I say, all studies conducted, are from this Vedic Eastern Hindu perspective of the numbers 1 through 9. 9 is attributed to the planet Mars. So from astrology, we know Mars is about strength, courage, anger, passion, energy, sex, sexual energy, that creative life force inside of us. In astrology, typically, Mars is a very malevolent energy. It's a malefic. Okay, it's a planet that will kind of cause a lot of negative occurrences in your life. Now, people think that, it's Saturn. Saturn is the bad one. While that may be true, Saturn can bring obstacles and delays. Mars is really usually the one that will get you in trouble. Mars is the one that causes the arguments, that causes the problems, causes the turmoil in one's life. But this is about the number 9. So, people born on the 9th, 18th, 27th, or have their numbers all add up to 9, are very likely to be impulsive. They are very energetic, okay? They act on their impulses. They have this goal, this idea, and they will pursue it till the end of the earth. Sometimes, or usually, these people will also pursue it using other people as a means to their end, to their goal, right? They are kind of like the knights in shining armor. They are the warriors. They are the fighters. Okay, they're fighting for the king. Who's the king? The number 1. Usually you'll see these people, these 9s around some sort of leader-like figure, right? The number 1 energy. And they love to fight for the leader because the leader has a great cause, the king, right? They are the warriors for the king. And what does the warrior do? It slays others, right? It defends, or it fights, or it goes and conquers. If the king says, hey, we're going to invade a nation, the 9 says, of course we are. You're perfectly right? They don't question authority usually, and they actually look down upon people that do question authority, because those are actually the people they will slay, right? So, for example, a 9 and a 4, the 4s being the rebels, they're not going to get along very well because the 9 doesn't respect someone that dares defy the king, right? So doing so, these 9s can be very, like I said, impulsive, and can have a disregard for others when pursuing their own goals. Usually they'll want to pursue something larger than themselves, something for all of humanity in their idea, right? This 9 energy can go either way, whether it's ending global warming or by, innovating technology, or it's ending global warming by how Bill Gates wants to end it through reducing half the population or even more than that. So it's a very, very strong energy. These people are more than likely going to be involved in lots of sports growing up. They're going to participate in every little thing. They need to be active, otherwise their anger and temper can actually surface much more often, since they have so much of that raw sexual energy inside of them. This actually manifests as anger or frustration if it's not used. If they're not physically tired at the end of the day, they may be looking to pick a fight even, and this may be some sort of subconscious behavior that is coming to the surface, right? It's just impulsive. It's pushing them to do something. They can be very stubborn, so argumentative. It's very hard really to get to these people when they believe something, when they have an ideal. They'll usually react with anger if if they're contradicted. So they can make lots of rash, impulsive decisions because of this. Because once they see a goal, they are like the ram, right? Mars, ram. They're anagrams. I think that's the word. Anagram. There's same letters. different spelling, same letters, different organization of the word, right? Mars and Ram. And when they become like the Ram, they go in head first, and they just are blinded by their desire, by their rage sometimes, to annihilate that target, right? And because of going in head first, you'll notice that the Rams always hit with their head, right? And these people can usually have a scar on their head, whether it's their base number and they'll get it early on in life, or if they're life path 9 especially, they'll get it at some point later on in life, more than likely. So because of this, they really need to learn to control their anger. And these 9s are usually the brawnier type. They're the athletes, right? The people that are gifted genetically, for example, gifted in sports, athletically. And what the 9 does is, although it gives lots of energy in the body, it can slow down the mind, actually. So they may not be as quick of a thinker as, for example, a 5. 5 is very much up here. The 9 is much more in the body. And that's why I said exercise is definitely recommended for these people. They can become fighters, they can become athletes. Some sort of running every day. Otherwise, it can make them very frustrated. Like I said, these people are very bold. They always have the courage to stand up for themselves, right? You can't really tell a 9 kind of not necessarily what to do, because they love taking direction from their leaders, but you can't really insult the 9 and expect to get away with it, right? You can't belittle them in any way. They always have the courage to stand up and for themselves and for others, especially when they feel that there's an injustice done, right? These 9s will usually go through a very strong developmental period in their lives, if it's a base 9 earlier on, where they're always focused on making themselves better. How do I make myself better? How do I make myself better? How do I improve my stamina, improve my physique? How do I improve my character, who I am, right? They have very strong qualities in this regard. And because of this, they become a sort of gatekeeper to higher knowledges, even, where kind of like, someone actually guarding a gate, they have to pass through them in order to really get to the other side, get to the next level in their life. So they are the warrior that is defending that gate, right? They, with their either their knowledge or their strength, with either the knowledge they picked up through development or things like that. So they can be very much into things like working out, for sure, because it's a developmental practice that helps with both you expending their energy physically, but also creating a change for themselves, a positive change for themselves that they always appreciate. They're always looking to be better than they were, right? Their only enemy is themselves, or their biggest adversary is themselves, because they are looking to be the best, usually, especially in combination with other numbers in the chart. And this can make them very competitive, very, very, very competitive. That Mars energy, right, comes out. And on the other hand, if this 9 energy is destabilized, you'll notice in some people's charts that actually they feel this energy in their body, but yet they have a sort of laziness to them, in which they don't act on it. They need something to be like a catalyst for them to actually use the energy, kind of like their willpower goes down, whereas a normal 9 has very strong willpower, very strong motivation to always get up and do something. It's the raw sexual energy for them. And for these people, I guess, preserving their sexual energy in terms of fluids can feel as unimportant, because they always feel so energized all the time, right? And they have a constant influx of this energy, constant regeneration. So for them, sexual activity can be very increased, right, as well, because they feel this constant desire, this impulse to release it. All right. So, yeah, that's some secrets about the number 9. Hope you guys enjoyed some of that. I do offer a course in numerology, decoding all the numbers 1 through 9. Found it on www.decodingthemessage.com. and very interesting. We go through all numbers 1 through 9, how to read a birth chart, how to apply these things practically in your everyday life, how the combinations work, everything with one another, right? And it's really interesting. Check it out. Or if you do want a personal reading from me, it's on there as well. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.